Back here on the Cover 3 podcast. And yes, we got it going right as the game was coming to a conclusion. Final score, Miami 28, Florida State 22. Like I just said, there were chapters in this. It looked like it was going to be a bloodbath at one point. Those Miami boys doing the war chant into the camera was
this rivalry's great, man.
It's going to be hard for me to forget that one. This rivalry is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Bud, obviously, like you were there.
Yeah.
Where did things start to miss in your eyes? Like where did things go from, man, I can't wait to trade paint with these guys. It's going to be a great game. We broke down the X's and O's. We did like all the different ways we could dissect it. At one point, did what you were watching lead to a new set of expectations?
You know, honestly, like I thought Florida State really executed their plan on defense in terms of what they wanted to take away, and they made Miami answer by throwing the football. Like they shut the run down exceptionally well. I think it came at the cost of being, really suspect in coverage because you were loading the box so much. And I thought Miami did a really good job to take advantage of some of the aggressiveness with the screen game, with some of the little arrow routes over the middle, and like credit to the Canes. I thought they had a great answer, for what Florida State was trying to do. If you're Florida State, I don't think you can play that any other way as far as intent and schematics. Like, if you light box them, they're going to bully you. Like you don't have the kind of beef that a Florida or maybe that a Notre Dame has. You're going to have to put a lot of guys in the box, take chances. You want to play a high possession game. They did that. And, Miami's like, this is like, to use a baseball analogy, hey, we're going to make them hit that outside pitch. We're going to make them go the other way with it. And Miami's like, yeah, we can do that. All right. We're going to execute that. We're going to throw some of these screens. We're going to get Malachi Tony open. We know you guys are going to play downhill and, really see run, play run. And I think as you probably need to when you're playing this Miami team, and they hit 2 play action shots over the top. Beck laid the ball out there exceptionally well, by the way. I see some people in the chat here. Like, I don't think he was throwing lasers, but like he wasn't, throwing ducks out there. So like that was, I think if you're a Miami fan, that's really encouraging. He's never had like a cannon for an arm. It was the first game he's had all year where he didn't have, some kind of rain. The ball didn't look bad. So he was efficient with it. I thought he allowed, this is where I thought Tom was going with the run after the catch stuff. I thought like he did a really good job of putting it where Miami's guys could run after the catch. The screen game that they ran was really, really well done. I think that is like the answer you had to have when a team does what FSU does, which is like load the box so much to take away the run. And I'll do credit to Miami. Like Malachi Tony made a bunch of good plays. Beck put the ball in the money, and they deserved to win the ball game. On the other side, like Florida State drives it down there. First drive looks pretty good. I thought Deuce kind of got mugged there on that play in the end zone, and Norvell's going nuts on the ref. I probably would too. It was like your best chance to score there in the first half. But I thought Miami defensively, they didn't fall for a lot of the fakery. They did a really good job of staying home, staying disciplined. Castellanos, like I said, he's either going to score for you or he's going to score for the other team, right? There's not a lot of like, all right, cool, let's throw it away and punt the ball type stuff there. Miami did a good job of staying home on a lot of that stuff. And like the interception he throws in the end zone, it's not open, right? And I think it's a first down play. It's like, all right, it's time for a shot play. We're going to go it. It's basically the whole like, screw it, I'm chucking it deep meme, right? And he did. And like, that's double coverage. That's picked on first down. Way to go there. After like you had a decent little drive going. You outgained Miami, but I felt like a lot of it was like between the 20s and not really like consequential yardage, And like, Miami stayed disciplined on defense. That's what you have to do against the Florida State offense. They're just a better team. Like they played well, I thought. And also Mario didn't really screw it up with some of like the 4th down decisions. There were no, I know they went into a shell, obviously, get 19 points in the 4th quarter, but like, I didn't think he was making really, really brain dead type decisions that put you in like a real chance to lose,
Also, did you see, I can't remember if it was Fletcher that was leaking out on the 4th down play where Carson tossed it, but he got bumped by his teammate. Like he was trying to leak out, got bumped by the offensive lineman. And so he wasn't in the right spot at the right time. Like that could have iced the game right there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I'm not criticizing the decision, but it was just, it felt like everything was going wrong. And Miami started having dumbass penalties.
It's the right decision to go though.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes Mario makes like just inexplicably incorrect decisions, like just not not bringing the blackjack card to the table, and when you double down or you ask for a hit, the cards don't always go your way. But at least it's it's the correct strategic play. And I thought he did fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about Miami's what I thought their defensive plan was going to be for this game, which was going to be to just keep Castellanos in the pocket and either force him to beat you with his arm or try to get him to scramble. But, you're in kind of like a zone and you can just hope to chase him down before he busts up in big ones. And that's what they did. And they did a good job of it. And Castellanos threw the ball 45 times. There's nobody on that Florida State coaching staff who was going into this week hoping that Tommy Castellanos was going to throw the ball 45 times.
How many times he threw against Alabama? 18 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Like you wanted to just be able to run the ball and mess this defense up. But like Bud said, like kudos to Miami because like I think that to me is the one genuine difference this year. And this is why what I saw tonight has me convinced that this is a legitimately really good football team. Like the defense last year was what killed them time and time again. It's what kept them in games that they shouldn't have been in. And it's why they lost games they shouldn't have lost later in the year. It's probably why they should have lost some games earlier in the year. The fact that they were able to stay as disciplined as they were, despite all the bells and whistles and all the kind of stuff that Florida State's doing to get you to, to get your eyes going where they're not supposed to be, or just to get you out of position. They didn't make the mistakes. Like maybe one guy did here or there, but as far as the unit was considered, they were extremely disciplined in their gaps, in everything, their assignments, which kind of limited what Florida State was going to be or be able to do. And then, Florida State started moving the ball in the fourth quarter, but the game was over. It was 28-3. Miami was just kind of dropping back and letting them do that. So what I saw from that defense tonight is what has me convinced that Miami is legit. They're clearly, I think, the best team in the ACC. I'll be shocked at this point if they're not in the college football playoff. And I think that once they get there, they'll probably make some noise. They might get to the semis. They might get to the title game. Hell, they might win it. I don't know. It depends on how good the offense really, truly ends up being. But I do think that the offense is special in that Carson Beck is good enough. He made the throws, was able to push the ball vertically. Malachi Toney is legit now because like we have seen Toney against Notre Dame tear up the Irish. We saw him tonight against Florida State tear up the Seminoles. 7 catches, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. CJ Daniels has stepped up. Chip, as you mentioned, he's doing the war chant right into the camera after both of his touchdown catches.
He's on his third. He was Liberty to LSU,
and now to Miami. Yeah,
and whatever. I am here, and I am in the lore forever for this now.
I mean, that's a legitimate football team right there. There's you kind of have to just know that's who they are now going forward. Like if they get upset, it's a huge upset.
So CBS Sports 136 ballots are due at 5 p.m. Sunday. Already sources indicate there are some voters who are considering putting the U up at number 1. I know one voter had them at number 1. Is that a valid in your eyes? You don't have to reveal your own ballot or your own stance, but we'll get to the AP top 25 projections in tomorrow's top 25 today, a little bit later on in the show. I do think they will have more first place votes. That seems very obvious, but do you think that how much do you give to Miami showed you on Saturday night that they are worthy of being considered a number 1 team?
For me, it's still Ohio State until it ain't, but I think they're in the conversation.
I think you were at the table, but I'm just not going to bump Ohio State and Oregon yet.
Yeah, like if you put them at number 1,
you could if you wanted to. I don't really disagree with it. I think Ohio State's the best, but like it's not like they'd be a touchdown over Miami on a neutral field.
If you put them at number 1, I'm not going to argue with you. I mean, I'll respect your opinion on it, but I'm not moving Ohio State out of number 1. I know if you just go based off of resume, you can argue Miami has the better overall wins because they do.
Yeah,
but Ohio State has been just clinical. Like Ohio State has shown no reason to knock them at this point because they are just going out and they are beating the hell out of everybody since that Texas game.
I haven't looked at the updated title odds yet, but I'm assuming it's like Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, big gap, everybody else. Just because path.
Let's see. Yeah, Ohio State's 430 at FanDuel. Oregon's 550. Alabama's at 700. Miami's 850. Georgia's 950, and then there's the gap to Texas at 1700.
I would rather have Alabama, or I'd rather have Miami at 800 than Alabama at 7. Just as path. Yeah. Like
who's beating Alabama?
I mean, look, Georgia almost beat Alabama, right? Georgia has no pass rush. Miami has some real pass rush. Alabama looks real good, but also this is the first like legitimate passing offense that Vandy's played so far. I don't know if we want to transition here yet or hit a break, but
well, I mean, let's also say what else? Anything else here that we should pick apart? I mean, look, Florida State just lost 2 games in a row. Are you concerned at all about Florida State keeping this thing on the tracks?
Of course, yeah. Norvell's done a terrible job of riding the ship after they go on a little bit of like a losing streak. Yeah, like there's no evidence that he gets that turnaround. I mean,
They got Pitt next week, and Pitt whooped the crap out of Boston College today.
Pitt finally benched a quarterback. I wasn't wrong. It was just early. Wasn't wrong, just early.
Same on Nico with me. I wasn't wrong. I was just early.
So I did not. That game was in the 12 o'clock slate, right?
Yeah,
dude. Hey, but I was telling Tom. Do you know what real teamwork is? Real teamwork is when your whole row on the 3 rows side by side on the plane, you all agree to put on a different game. Okay. So you've got like Michigan, you got like Michigan on this one. I got Iowa State, Cincinnati on this one. We got Clemson, North Carolina on this one. And we can take in as much as possible,